Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Also, wow. Okay.
You are so big.
Yeah.
Why are you this?
Yeah, because I forgot that last time I was doing minis and I was doing the PNG, which is on a totally separate capture and it's a bit like displaced, but
Yeah.
it's still using the spout capture. So, yeah, I was a bit big, like I was kind of in your face, right, guys? Right? But you don't mind me being in your
What's the
face, right?
difference to normal then?
Right? Right? At the moment, I'm basically a size that I can like just uh, devour your reactive.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's strong enough to go through metal. Yes, maybe.
Yeah, but like I don't eat healthily, so there's nothing in me that would be good to eat.
Is it just me, or this like kind of reminds me of them? Hey, you have watched Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode where the Statue of Liberty was Weeping Angel?
Yes, I know which
I
one
don't
you
know.
mean.
I don't know why this gave me the same vibes.
You feel like the Statue of Liberty?
Literally 2 weeks ago, I said I'm VTuber Jesus. Are you surprised?
I am VTuber Jesus.
I am VTuber Jesus. Oh. Yeah. Also, how have you been besides your crippling addiction with Final Fantasy?
Hey, I've been weaning myself off. I'm not as addicted now. I've been playing
Uh-huh.
Minecraft as well.
Okay, so another you're basically defeating one crippling addiction with another crippling addiction, is what you're saying?
Pretty much. It's like, hey, it's good you're not taking as much crack cocaine. That's amazing. But you're also now doing meth. So,
Yeah. I would say yes. Minecraft is basically the equivalent of meth.
It really fucking is. I spent over 2 hours just making a farm that would automate a process which would have taken me maybe 20-30 minutes to craft manually.
Yeah,
Because I
but
didn't want to have to do it
going
manually.
forward in the future, how much time are you gonna save? Is the question.
Basically none, because I've now realized I don't need that resource at all anymore.
Amazing. Yeah, because in IT you usually like automate the process. Like you are gonna automate the process that usually like takes like 5-10 minutes, and you take like 2 days to automate it. But with the thought that it's gonna save you like lots of time in the future because it's something that you do like a lot or like you do every day. But yeah, if it's something that you do like once or twice every so often, is it really worth it?
It's just the thing where I'm like, oh, I'll do this because it'll save me time if I just set it up like this. And the only way that it's actually saved me time is I now have a load of deployers and stuff so that I can now use those things to automate other things.
Mm-hmm. I have noticed Minecraft kind of speaks to the IT professional in me, and at the same time, it also speaks to the ADHD in me.
Oh, yeah.
I also have friends that have like the autism, and they're saying that like Minecraft speaks to them on like a certain level.
It's got that same vibe to me, especially if you play with the Create mod.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically it's supervision. It's what the Create mod does for Minecraft is it takes the elements of Satisfactory and Factorio that make you want to spend years and years of your life away automating and optimizing singular processes,
Mm-hmm.
but then brings it to Minecraft where you then also want things to look nice and be pretty.
Yeah, I kind of get where you're going, especially like if you like build it very orderly and very like organized and so on. To a
I
person with like
mean, organized,
OCD,
no, but we have train systems, so we can just build out and collect everything in with the trains. It's
Is
going
it
pretty good.
is it that also why a lot of people like games like Satisfactory and Factorio?
Yeah, because it's really satisfying to just basically sit there. If you never play Satisfactory or Factorio,
I have played Satisfactory, I haven't played Factorio.
oh, we
What
should
do you
play
mean you haven't played
Factorio.
Satisfactory? We tried to kill each other in that game so much.
Oh yeah, that feels like that was years ago, Melter.
I don't think we have known each other for multiple years for it to
I
be
know, but it
years
feels.
ago.
Listen, 1 week ago feels like a month to me. Never mind, like
Although,
actual several months.
although I think in December it's gonna be 2 years since we met each other.
Hmm.
I feel like I've known you for a lot longer.
We're
I
very
guess like
intense.
your like gremlin personality is kind of grinding on me so much that I feel like I've had to put up with you for years now.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Uh, yeah, so what's the plan for today? We're gonna go through the game awards that came out, the nominations came out, and we are also gonna go through the streamer awards. To be honest, outside of the VTuber circles, I haven't followed Twitch that much. So I'll probably won't know most of the streamers that are gonna be nominated, but we're still gonna go through them. And then we can play some games. Sounds good to you?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Switch over here. Of course. Where am I? I disappeared.
We have the reverse Elgato. And we now have the Alcato.
The Elcato. No, I would be the Elcato if I had the mustache. Then I am Don Cato. Okay, and I need to grab the it should be visible now. Do you
Yeah.
see it?
Yep, I see it.
Let me also share it to you, of course, so you won't have put it
I
with
already got your
delay and
stream up
stuff.
for mod for you.
Yeah, but you still get a bit of a delay.
Where is Discord? There is Discord.
Yes, let's see it now. Hey, Skullcat, how are you doing? We're gonna go through the nominations for the Game Awards and we're gonna vote on them. And we're gonna discuss why we're voting on them and why do we think certain games are okay to be nominated, why we don't think they shouldn't be nominated. Because let's be honest, I think that there are some games that should not have made the list.
I feel like there are some games here, and this is me even just looking at the first category of games here, where I'm like, I feel like if I cared about this game or I had known what it was, I might be wanting it to be voted. But like in context of knowing the other games, I don't know the other ones enough to be like, yeah, I think this is better than every other game.
Yeah, I kind of get where you're going from. In a lot of cases, like the game may not be like the best in the category. Hey, Emperor Conradus, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We are going through the Game Award nominations, so if you want to join in the discussion and the voting, welcome in chat. Doing pretty well. That's good to hear. Okay, are you ready to start, Jaco boy?
let's get this going. I've got it open on my screen as well so I can do my votes.
Okay, the very first category, we start with the big banger. Game of the Year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. I haven't played any of those games this year, so I won't vote. That is perfectly valid. I've had years before where I was basically dwelling in other hobbies and other stuff, so I didn't have the opportunity to game that much. And it's kind of hard to vote for a game just because it exists if you haven't played it. So the nominations are Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I have watched Death Stranding and Kingdom Come Deliverance. I haven't played them. Hades 2 I'm gonna be playing soon. I have played the first game and I absolutely love the game. Silk Song is not really my jam, so even if I have played it, I don't think I would have voted for it.
I've tried Silk Song. It doesn't feel like a game where I could play it for more than 10 minutes and be happy. It's like a rage game. Almost.
Kind is, but I feel like that is part of why a lot of people like it. Because it is very much like the old platforms, when the platforms were challenging and there were no save points. You had limited lives. You die 4 times and you start the whole game all over again. I'm most excited for Death Stranding 2, but only if it gets on PC. Wait, isn't Death Stranding 2 on PC?
Death Stranding 1's on PC at the moment. We're still waiting for Sony to put Death Stranding 2.
They're doing the timed exclusive thingies again.
Yeah. I'll be honest, for me, I haven't seen enough of Donkey Kong, Hades, or Kingdom Come to really say if I'd want to even vote for them. Silk Song, although it's a really cool game, it feels like it's just here because of how popular it is rather than its actual technical or creativeness.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this is definitely between Expedition and Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, I have played the first game. I loved it. I liked it. I haven't played the second game. I have only watched it, so I can't really put my vote behind it. For Hades 2, again, I haven't played the game. I plan to play it. I'm actually going to be playing it on Friday, tomorrow. But again, without playing the full game and reviewing it and so on, I can't really put my vote behind it. To be honest, the only game I don't know why it's here, and I feel it was put there just so they can appease Nintendo, is Donkey Kong Bonanza. I haven't even heard of the game making such a big splash in the game community for it to be wow, this is one of the best games of the year.
I think it made quite a splash in the Nintendo circle, but I don't think it got out of that circle. I will say between Expedition and Death Stranding, just because of the pure cutscene and the emotive performance, I'm putting mine towards Death Stranding. Even if it's got Kojima's weirdly detailed feet in there.
Yeah, Kojima with the feet was a bit, yeah. But Emperor is saying last year's Astro choice shocked me. Yeah, to be honest, last year when Astrobot, I think the full name was, got the award, I was a bit surprised. Don't get me wrong, the game is really good and they did an amazing job with it, but it doesn't really feel like a life change. Because for me, Game of the Year should be like almost life-changing experience
It's
once
a
you
game
play
where you
this
think
game. Yeah,
it's a game where you want to keep playing it,
yeah,
or you think back to when you played it, and you go, "Oh, I want to play that again."
yeah. My vote in this case goes to
Claire,
Claire Obscure. It
you
just
really
like
loved it.
I loved that game. I'm considering once like some time passes, so like I forget some of the stuff. I'm considering making another pass at it as well.
Yeah, I remember watching you play it. You absolutely loved that game.
Do you know how hard it was for me not to play outside of stream? To wait for
Oh,
every stream to come so I can play again. It was like, yeah. But yeah, for me, Claire Obscure was like, and it's not like just the gameplay itself, like the whole package as a whole, like the combination of the characters, the story, the music, the whole world building was amazing. Like for me, this was like one of the best games I have played in a really long time.
mm-hmm. This next category, with the game selection, feels like a no-brainer to me when I actually consider the category itself.
Best game direction. What are the for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design?
So I haven't played Yoti or Hades. I'll be honest, in terms of actual innovation and something being new or different, like Death Stranding, it had some cool things, but it is just a continuation of the first
Yeah,
game.
basically it's a more polished version of the first game, I would say.
And whilst Claire Obscura, it did have some really cool things, I don't feel like what it did was so different to what I've seen in other games already. They did it really good, but mine's going definitely to Split Fiction because we need more games like Split Fiction. I feel
So go
there's so few.
Dead Stranding, Ghost of Yote, and Hades for me didn't innovate enough for them to be like considered for this category, in my opinion. Hades, amazing game, but I feel it's like just more of the same that we got with the first game. Ghost of Yote and Death Stranding are more polished versions of the first game. Claire Obscure, I would say, had some innovation, especially with like the interactive dodge and so on, even though it's like turn-based kind of game. So I feel they built upon the like the genre and the type of gameplay that they were going for. But definitely Split Fiction brought like the co-op and like the split screen gaming to a new level. And I really want to see more co-op games like this.
Yeah, it's like I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's you remember the one where it was the mum and dad and they were getting a divorce, or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's from the same studio, and
Yeah.
that was their previous game. It Takes Two.
Yeah, that game was amazing. I loved it. Um, and it feels like they've gone with that concept
Yeah.
and they've done completely different things in a way that it's just a lot more fun and varied compared to how it was in the first game, or at least the previous iteration.
So their whole shtick is basically like this kind of like split screen co-op games. The first one they did was A Way Out with the two like prisoners that are breaking out of prison, and one of them turns out to be a cop. The other one is like part of the mob, and so on. And then they came up with It Takes Two, and their latest now is like Split Fiction. But with each title, even though they have integrated a lot of the gameplay from the previous one, I feel they have innovated enough and they have like improved enough for it to be like considered a whole new experience. I wonder if appearance of the Steam machine will reduce amount of console exclusive on Game of the Year lists. Maybe. Kind of depends how big of the market share the Steam machine will be able to steal from Nintendo and PlayStation.
Personally, I don't think they're going to be getting any significant portion from Nintendo per se, just because I feel like the people who get Nintendo and Nintendo consoles are not necessarily the same people that just get a console for gaming.
Yeah, you get a Nintendo to play like the Nintendo titles like Pokemon, Super Mario, Donkey Kong. And unless
it's like, I feel like it's aimed at the PlayStation and the Xbox people that are like, oh, it's been kind of, it's like I was talking to someone in our FC a while ago about it when they first unveiled the Steam console, and they were like, well, does it have any exclusives? I was like, well, how many games are there in existence that are on PC that have never had a console port? And oh yeah, all those games that you had on 360, Xbox original, PS1, PS2 that also work on PC. You've got all of them as well. It's just like, if it feels like it just makes sense to get an Xbox, to get the Steam console. I feel like that is where they're going to get a good chunk of the market.
Yeah. I also feel that there are a lot of people, and a lot of the sales of Xbox were dependent on that as well, where I feel people don't have like the room or don't have like where to put a like full-blown PC with monitors and so on. They have like a living room with a couch and a TV, and they just want something to game on, but they don't want to like get a PlayStation or something like that. They want like
there's also the other sides of it where people will now be able to just have a PC.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need to do something. Well, I don't need to worry about having like a laptop or an actual computer to do random stuff, or like messing around on my phone to try and do it. You can just do it all on there.
I wonder what support is there going to be for like keyboard and mouse on this?
Full support. It's got the full keyboard and mouse support that the Steam Deck has.
Nice.
It's full Steam OS. Technically, Steam OS isn't available off their consoles. However, if you download their repair image and you just go to install it on a machine, it will just work. With the caveat, obviously, because it's Linux-based, you don't really have any support for NVIDIA out there.
Yeah.
However, if you've got an AMD graphics card, it'll just pick it up straight away. Although they have said, and I think this was on their actual website page, they were like, you can do this, you can do that, but you can do whatever you want. Who are we to tell you what to do?
With your PC.
Like, in theory, you could just install whatever software you wanted on it, or whatever OS you wanted.
Well, you can do that with the Steam Deck as well. So yeah, I feel that they're kind of continuing with that trend. Okay, bringing us back to the to the Game Awards, I'm going with Split Fiction for this one.
Yeah, Split Fiction has mine.
Yeah, I feel they did the most in terms of like the innovation of it. Xbox wanted to turn their console more PC, but it didn't stick. So I feel like people who are primarily console users, they will not be interested in Linux or the modularity. Yeah, but that's the cool thing about the Steam machine, that you can do whatever you want, or you can stick with out-of-the-box experience that will feel just like a console anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Steam hardware and the Game Awards.
You've got all of the... Yeah, talking about both.
Both. We're basically yapping while we're doing the voting for the Game Awards.
When me and Melter are in the stream together, we yap about everything possible.
When you get to people with ADHD in a call.
Yeah.
Okay, the next category is Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
I will say for narrative, it does feel like Claire Obscura has it by default for me.
Yes, like the story was such a ride. And it had so many twists and turns. Like, spoilers for whoever hasn't played Clair Obscure, even though if you haven't played Clair Obscure until now, when like the character died in the last, like in the end of the last chapter, it was such a shock for me. Okay, go and open. It was such a shock for me that I was like flabbergasted. And I feel a good story needs to have like this kind of twists and turns. Anyone here uses Steam OS? I don't use Steam OS on my PCs or anything, but I do have a Steam Deck with the OS. It is pretty nice. Like, they really cooked with that one. Hi Star, how are you doing? Have Steam Deck and did install emulators on it and other launchers to play games outside of Steam. Oh, you vibing. That's good, that's good. Yeah, that's the thing, like, basically once you get the machine, no one can like tell you what to do with it. Hypothetically, you can even like install, as you said, emulators on it and play like different kind of games. Like, it's not legally, like, it's a bit gray area, but no one's stopping you from doing it. Though I picked one hell of a time to join the stream when I've been trying to avoid spoilers on 33. Why haven't you played Expedition 33? It's been out for months now. Months upon months. You need to find a friend with a very rich Steam library that can share his library with you. I poke anything technical and been building home server running Linux OS. Oh yeah, like Linux for anything practical is like amazing. To be honest, like if most of my like streaming software didn't require Windows, and I know that you can run a virtual machine with Windows for the games and so on, but it's such a hassle. Like, Windows is dumb, but also it's very plug and play sometimes, which kind of saves you a bit of the hassle for it. I don't think my hardware can run it. What do you mean your hardware can run it? The Steam OS? I'm still on the trusty GTX 1060.
Your hardware probably won't run SteamOS purely because NVIDIA doesn't work well with Linux.
No, I think Megumu is talking about the Expedition 33. What are the minimal specs for it?
It did look like quite demanding.
It is pretty heavy game. It is a pretty heavy game. I just want to see what like the minimal specs are.
You're talking about that. That's all good.
So a GTX 1070 Ti. I think with the 1060 you may be able to get away with it.
You might not have as fun a time though.
Yeah, it may be a bit stuttery though. Yeah, 30 FPS on like whoa, and all the like DXLs and the shebang. Death Stranding 2, going back to the voting because we got sidetracked again. Death Stranding 2 had a good story, but also, as always, Kojima is telling a very weird story.
It's Kojima. Everything he sort of does is a little bit weird.
Yeah, but that is why we love him as well. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
it is Kojima. I'm saving up on new hardware. Yes, when you get a new PC, I definitely recommend going for Expedition 33. Fun fact, 33's Deluxe is currently cheaper than the base game. What did the Deluxe edition include? Was it like the art, digital art book and the soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken? Okay, Ghost of Yotei. I have watched very little of Ghost of Yotei. Not really sure what the story there is, so I can't really talk about it. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I have watched Megwilliam play this. It has a pretty appealing story, but I also feel because it's like a very open world. Hi Kai, how are you doing? Because it's very like open world, the story is also very scattered. So I'm not sure about that one. And Silent Hill, it's Silent Hill. Usually they have a very good story, but also I feel in this one they kind of focused more on the action, which is a bit weird for Silent Hill to have more action in it than like story.
Yeah.
You're playing Farming Simulator 25 and drinking beer. So basically, you're living the American dream. On in a farm, driving a tractor and drinking lots of beer. We're talking smack. We're also doing the Game Awards voting. And yeah, we're talking about anything and everything. And nothing at the same time. Anyway, my anxiety is slowly rising. Why is your anxiety rising? Oh, yeah, your debut is approaching. Only what, 1 week left? Don't drink and drive. Only in games.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, I'm voting Claire Obscura. Like, the story, I liked it so much that... Jesus Christ. And the thing is, I think this... So, the person that wrote the script for it, this is, like, their first, like, big project in terms of writing. They haven't done anything like this before.
That's pretty impressive if this is their first.
Yeah, the thing is, most of like the people that worked on this game, like that was like their first big project in their field. You know how much I love the soundtrack of that game. This basically they found the guy on SoundCloud. Like he has been doing like music for years, but like nothing like big in terms of like published stuff and so on. He was like just doing music and like posting it on SoundCloud, and this is like his first big project in terms of like music composition, and I think he did like an amazing job. Thanks for the hydrate.
Yeah.
He also hydrate Jack.
Well,
We need to keep moist if we're gonna go through all of the categories.
that is certainly a way to phrase it.
Tell me I'm not right.
You're not right.
I'm also not left. So what am I?
You told me to
Centrist?
say you did specifically say to tell you you're not right.
Yes, but deep down you know I'm right.
Maybe you're diagonal.
Okay, best art direction for outstanding creative or technical achievement in the artistic design and animation. The nominations are Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight. It's basically the previous two categories.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this year I feel like the nominations don't really have much diversity in them.
It basically feels like if you voted for the first category, well done, you have voted for the next 6 of them.
I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I think my vote is gonna go for Clair Obscur. I mean the visuals in that game, like especially like the background and the characters, and it was so freaking beautiful. It created such an atmosphere. Even like just the cover, like look at it, the big tree with the silhouette of the mother standing in front of it. Expedition 33 is a shoe-in for most of the categories from what I've heard. Yes, like when this game came out, the thing is, I think before the game came out, I haven't even heard of it. And then I watched a review of it and I was like, this game looks amazing. It's French. I usually don't vibe with the French. But this kind of like pulled me in, and it was one of the best games I have played in a really long time. What's your vote? Are you voting for Expedition 33?
I'm voting for Clair.
Yeah.
It's the one that deserves it. And it's like, I can't, as much as the game did annoy me on just how much it aggressively appeared everywhere, it's just like, there isn't another game that has actually outperformed it.
You kind of like, yeah, you kind of feel guilty because like it feels like you're just like spamming Clair Obscur in every category, but at the same time, like these are categories that it really deserves the win, to be honest, in my opinion. Best score and music. For outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or license. To be honest, like if Clair doesn't win any of the other categories, I'm gonna be okay with that. Like there are different people with different tastes and so on. I kind of get that Clair Obscur may not be for everybody. But if Clair Obscur and Orient Start don't win the best score and music, I will be freaking mad. The original soundtrack for this game is some of the best piece of music and some of the best piece of game soundtrack I have heard in decades. Not years, decades.
It got my vote for music.
I'm actually gonna be surprised if it... Hey Deadlius, how are you doing? How's your day going, my friend? We're going through the Game Awards, if you're wondering what's happening. The Game Award nominations, they still haven't come up with the winners. The music was so good. Yes, yes it was. Melt a random question, but how have you made it that your bot picks up chat messages faster than Twitch?
Because the API
is faster than the display. The chat
API
basically refreshes every like 5 seconds, something like that. The API refreshes a lot faster, milliseconds. The overlay works on the same principle. It's it doesn't like capture the chat itself. It sends an API to Twitch to like get the chat messages.
Yeah, and there is also intentionally a bit of a delay that Twitch puts into you receiving everything.
Yeah, so that way the mods will have like time to react, and that way the chat is keeping up with the what's happening on screen.
I believe it's also partially so that what's it called? Like you don't see a reaction or a reply to something in chat before it actually happens on screen.
We are doing good. I think like my day is going pretty swell. What about you, Jack?
It's going alright.
But yeah, going back to the topic. Warren to start the first. That's his first big project. Like you doing such an amazing job on your very first like big game that you're working on. Fucking amazing work. And also, they didn't gatekeep it. When the game dropped, they released the full 8 hours of the soundtrack for free on YouTube. So yeah, Warrior Testart and Expedition 33 got my vote for best score and music all day. Best audio design.
Yeah. I was surprised to see
6.
Battlefield 6 here, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, the audio design isn't so much the music, it's more like the ambient sounds, like the background noise, everything that helps create the atmosphere, basically. And
I've always considered it partially to be about how the sound interacts with the game in a sense. Because like
yeah.
you could have the most beautiful soundtrack ever, but what's the point if all it is a soundtrack? Like it's cool if it's a really nice and really well done soundtrack, but like I could just be listening to this whilst doing anything else. Like it feels like, you know, it's how well it works with the game.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't, or at
I
least from what I
think
saw, it
this
looked
is
like
the
it meshed
first
well.
category I won't be voting for Clair Obscure. Like their audio in terms of like soundtrack music, amazing. Like 10 out of 10, even 11 out of 10. All of the other like sounds, they weren't bad, but they weren't also anything that I would write home about. Like they were okay. Like it wasn't anything out of the ordinary for this kind of game, I would say. In this case, I would go either for Death Stranding or Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Both games had like the audio atmosphere, like the environment felt alive, kind of. I think I'm gonna go with Death Stranding.
Best performance.
Okay, so best performance awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion and or performance capture. And the nominations are Ben Starr for Clair Obscure Expedition 33. That is the dude that voiced Verso. Charlie Cox for Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Jennifer English, Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Kunatsu Kato for Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Usually Troy Baker is my go-to. Troy Baker is one of the best voice actors in the game. Not just in the game industry. He has voiced and like he has been in a lot of productions. And he's one of the best actors in the field. But Ben Starr as the Verso in Expedition 33 was such an amazing performance. Isn't Cox the guy who played Daredevil? Do you mean the Daredevil series? Because I don't think it was him.
He does look similar. Let me check. What has Charlie Cox done? Wait, I think that is the dude. He is known for portraying Matt Murdock / Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah. Same dude.
Put sunglasses on, shave the beard. Yeah, I kind of see it now.
I think it's because when you see him as Matt Murdock, you almost always see him with glasses on that are quite
Glasses or the
covering.
mask, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you never really see just his clean, normal face.
Can I say a controversial opinion about Daredevil? Ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow, thank you for the mochi.
Apparently not.
I kind of liked Affleck as Daredevil.
I haven't seen them, but I've never been attached enough to care, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going with Ben Starr. Like, his Verso performance was pure chef kiss. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience.
This
Learn about the
page, I feel like,
nominees.
will be better if they actually said what those games did. Because this
Yeah,
is one of the categories where I haven't heard anything about these games. I haven't heard anything. Well, I've heard of Atomfall and Doom, but I've
well,
not heard
let's
in
be
any
honest. Like,
context how
Assassin,
they've accounted accessibility.
you know the games. Assassin's Creed, everybody knows Assassin's Creed. Atomfall, it was pretty popular. Doom, everybody knows Doom. EA Sports FC 26 is basically FIFA. They just changed the name because they didn't renew their license with FIFA. And South of Midnight was also a pretty popular game. The thing is, I have played some of those games. I have watched some of those games. I have no idea what they innovated in the accessibility because I don't use those tools in the game, so I'm not aware of them in any shape or form. So give us some kind of information, like this game like included this feature or like innovated on this feature.
Yeah, without the context of what actually got innovated or changed, it's just like it feels like I'm just looking at a category list.
I, to be fair, like, and to be perfectly honest, I'm going South of Midnight purely at random. I don't know what they did. It's just so I can cast a vote.
You can just press next and skip the vote.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Games for impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
This is another
Consume
category that I don't understand because I did not look at any of these games.
Despot, Worst Records, Boom and Rage, South of Midnight, Wonderstop.
Do you have any context for what any of these did?
No. To be honest, besides South of Midnight, I haven't heard of any of these games.
I will say the next category feels very hard for me.
Best ongoing. We all know what you're gonna vote for. Come on.
Well, so this feels hard, right? Because how do you define best ongoing support, right? So, like, games that are in here, ignoring No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky sort of feels like they have kept adding content, even though everyone would have had, if they just stopped doing stuff after 2-3 years after release, I don't think anybody would have even said anything. But the fact that they kept adding new content, new support, new entire systems and chapters to the game, and have made it so like what was just a very basic game at the start has now like you building bases, getting multiple different ships, doing all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have the option to just do whatever you want and decide, you know what, if I want to go fly off towards this direction forever, I will do.
This is kind of what they were promising before the game released. It just took them a few years to reach there.
But it feels weird to put that next to games. Like, out of these games here, it feels like you've got Final Fantasy, which is an MMO, which by design is going to have long-term support.
Yeah.
So it's like, the only reason I don't think it's going to get that many votes is because it's not been an expansion year. There's not been a big expansion this year or recently. And I think the next expansion is still like late next year at earliest. So I don't think Final Fantasy is going to get it unless suddenly everybody decides to vote. Credit to Fortnite, they are constantly making and adding new things to the game.
And they're doing a lot of partnerships with other franchises.
Like, they might not be changing the core gameplay a lot, like how No Man's Sky did. But they are still adding things. They're adding and changing. A lot of it is cosmetics, but they are still adding events and all these other things that happen when it comes out, which just feels very sort of, even though I don't like Fortnite, it's very admirable that they keep doing it like that.
They changed the whole engine of the game.
Like they could easily just sit there on the money-making machine, put minimal effort in, and they still would have been raking in loads.
Okay, we are entering ads, so we're gonna hold off on voting on this category until we're out of it. So people won't miss what we're voting on. But yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from with Final Fantasy. Also, I feel like it's like different expansions. Like, is it really an ongoing content? Because I don't know, with expansions, ongoing. I kind of feel like it's a second part of the game.
Well, the thing is that it is ongoing, right? So the expansion initially is the big push, right?
Yeah.
So at the moment, we're currently in the end patches of Dawn Trail, which is the brand new expansion into the brand new saga. So, like, there's not a lot of people that are too hyped about it at the moment because they don't know what's happening, because this is like chapter 1 of the new book or the new story. Like, you can't give everything away in chapter 1, otherwise it's not going to be a fun story. But they are still they've recently added the Fall Guys collab again. They've added mocked homes, so you can still like a mini game.
May I say something about like this kind of co-ops, like with the Fall Guys and so on?
Yeah.
I don't really like when games do that. Like I'm playing games like Ion, Lineage, Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, because I like the world, because I like the universe of that game.
Yeah.
When you introduce silly little guys like Fall Guys and so on, and you like introduce jump puzzles from, let's be honest, a game that was intended as a kids game, it kind of feels no thank you.
I get what you mean. With how they have implemented it, it does kind of make sense. It's implemented in a way where it's like a limited run event being run by the people at the Gold Saucer, right? Which is a place where basically it's not just gambling, like, even though that's sort of what it's meant to be joking on. But it's like, your mini games, your party games, like your chill, relax stuff. It feels like it makes fairly sense for it to be where it is.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't enjoy it just because I feel like there are so many different games they could collab with. because the engine is not designed for you to be jumping about and doing what you would do in Fall Guys, so it feels very rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I did watch one when Sky was playing a bit of like the puzzles and stuff. And
Mm.
just no. Especially like the whole puzzles and platforms and so on look really weird in like the Final Fantasy graphics.
I will say, as somebody that has been playing it a lot casually, it feels nice to sort of when you come like when we do Friday night fun, where a bunch of us in the FC just come together to do something. Normally it's ultimate raids, farming for mounts, but sometimes with it when there's like this, it's like, oh, let's do a couple of these. It's like it can be kind of fun just to do them.
Yeah.
And it's not like the stuff you get from them is incredibly rare or anything. It's literally just what do you call it? It's literally just cosmetics, which I'll be honest, the cosmetics are kind of crap, but the little minion you get, pretty cool. That's
Hey,
about it.
thanks for the catnip. Okay, we're out of ads. So, I don't know. In my opinion, I would go for No Man's Sky because I feel they have done a lot to like introduce new content. And they're like
feel like they had the expectation to do it, and they've done it anyway, kind of thing.
The thing is, they have like continued to provide like free updates and even when like the community was like, okay guys, enough, like you have redeemed yourself, we like you again, and they were like, no, here, take this content.
What year do you think the game came out, Malta?
I want to say 2012, 2010, something like that.
16.
16.
They've been doing this level of support
for 9
years.
Or did they announce it in 2012? Could be.
When was No Man's Sky? Oh, and they also fully support mods.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was also announced in 2016. Oh, that's release date. All right, if I search for announcement date, why do you just give me the release date? Okay,
Google what's its best.
I think it was 2014 E3.
Okay. I feel it has been longer since they released. Although the pandemic period is kind of messing with my sense of time, to be honest. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. Baldur's Gate 3. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers, and No Man's Sky.
What is the difference between this category and the previous one?
In terms of nominees?
Well, the nominees are the same, aren't they? Aside from we've got Baldur's Gate now instead of But it's like, what does it actually mean? Like, what's the difference between like ongoing support and community support?
So ongoing support is the studio just providing like new content, new releases, new updates, and so on. Community support is when the community is providing like updates on social medias, on their forums, and so on. They're listening to the community, like the community is giving them feedback, and they're like taking that feedback when they're doing the updates and so on. Also could be like mods that and other tools that have been created by the community for the community as well.
I would feel like Final Fantasy actually is kind of up there then. Just because the fact that they've been doing a lot of stuff in the last while where the changes that they've said are coming, or at least they have made, are purely from people and community feedback. Like, They're removing the restriction on what glam you can wear. So, like, gear that normally would be locked to a specific class, if you put it in your glamour dresser, which means you don't actually equip it, you don't get the stats for it, but you can wear it visually, so you like an outfit kind of thing.
I would
They're
agree
now
with
making
that.
it so it's unlocked.
I would agree with that if the visual mods, even though they're not changing your game in any way, they're not giving you any advantage, weren't considered crimes.
Well, the thing is, for a live service model game like Final Fantasy, any mod is gonna be considered a crime in some way. The only thing that they've said about it is that as long as it's not affecting other people, or it's not modifying, or it's not malicious or whatever, then they don't really care.
I don't know.
Like,
I think I'm still gonna go with No Man's Sky. They have been extremely transparent. They have provided a lot of updates on their socials while they were like doing content and everything. They were keeping like the community very informed. And as you said, they are also providing full mod support. So my vote will go to No Man's Sky.
yeah, that's fair.
Best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
Now, the thing I'm confused about is why isn't Baldur's Gate in here?
Yeah, Larian are a pretty big studio, but they are also an independent studio.
Yeah, so like they are independent. They released Baldur's Gate without a publisher.
Yeah.
Why are they not included here?
Yeah, also Baldur's Gate didn't come out this year.
They don't consider they consider this year to be between the last time they ran the nomination thing until now.
Yeah, but I think Baldur's Gate 3 released before the previous awards because Baldur's Gate was nominated in the previous. Yeah,
But it's been included in the previous category.
Yeah, but that is for community support. It's like continuous support. I know it's a bit weird, but the previous two categories are a bit weird in that sense. Okay, Absolum, I have no idea what that is. Bow Speed, I also don't know that game. Blueprints is an amazing game. Clair Obscure Expedition 33. They are independent. That is true. This is a very hard category for me to vote.
Almost 3 years ago, yeah.
Supergiant Games, amazing studio, amazing games. Hades 2, I'm sure I'm gonna love it because I loved the first game. Team Cherry did an amazing, even though like Hollow Knight is not really my jam and I don't really plan on playing the game. I know that the game is amazing. I have watched enough of it to know like that the game is really solid. And considering that Team Cherry is only 3 people, they did like an outstanding job. These awards just remind me how few games I actually played, to be honest. Kinda relatable, not gonna lie. Most of the games I haven't played, I have watched. And the very few games I have played, at least they are good. Like they are up there in nominations and so on. So I know a few of them. Clair Obscure, I mean, they knocked it out of the park. And Blueprints, they also didn't. I don't know. This is a very hard category for me. Who are you gonna vote for and why?
Claire. for the sheer fact that they might not be like, you know, a 2-person studio or whatever. Because as much as that's impressive that like games with only 2 or 3 people come out and do this, it's happened enough where it's just like it's impressive, yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's a sole winning category, a sole winning reason.
Yeah,
But
I'm
Claire
gonna have to
coming
go
out
with
with
Claire.
little to no advertising, with as much effort that they put in, is deserving of it.
And to be like whooping most AAA titles in the ass.
Now, this next category, I am definitely playing favorites.
Best debut indie game. Oh, I'm going for. Okay, Book Prince, Clair Obscure, Despot, and Dispatch. Excluding Despot, because I have to be honest, I haven't played this game. This is actually the first time I've heard about this game. I may check it out after this. Blueprints, amazing game. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Like, if you're into puzzle games and like using your brain and so on, Blueprints is one of the best games that you can get. Clair Obscure, peak experience. Dispatch, peak experience. I finished it recently. I played the last 2 episodes last week. Amazing story, amazing storytelling. The characters were voiced wonderfully. This is a very hard category.
For me, it goes to Dispatch, and that's purely based on favoritism.
Best debut indie game for the best debut game created by a new independent studio.
So you remember I said this to you off stream, but initially there was another game in here. But what's it called? The game that was in here wasn't actually that person's first game they made. And I was really surprised when I saw it, because it's made by someone. They've gone by a different name when they made the game. And by different name, I mean they've literally spelt their name backwards. So it's not their first game they ever made. But they got nominated for it, and it makes me think, did the
Hello, Pico, welcome in, welcome in. What were you guys doing? Ooh, you were playing Ark Raiders. Were you farming for olives and farming tools and stuff? I like it when people said like, I got killed because I went into Ark Raiders to look for olives. Why do you need olives in apocalyptic world?
Why do you need them that badly that you'll die for them?
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I like olives a lot, but I won't be like willing to die for them. I'm not Italian. I'm not willing to die for my olives.
You saw the olive war. That's so ominous.
Olive flashbacks. Hey Pepper, how are you doing? How you doing? We're going through the Game Awards, and we're discussing the nominations and who we're picking up as a winner. We're doing good. I had a pretty chill day today. Jack as well said that he's been doing pretty well. The olives are just to upgrade the chicken, but it's a very important chicken. Why do you need to upgrade the chicken? Now I have even more. Now you're even creating more questions. You need the olives to upgrade the chicken. Why do you need to upgrade the chicken?
Have you played any other mobile games this year, Malta?
Mobile games. Besides Uma Musume? No, but I have been thinking of getting into Withering Waves, because I have heard good things about it, and I'm also waiting for Abyssal Duet to come out. So there are a few games that I want to try, but I'm not really a big mobile gamer, to be fair. The chicken collects scrap for you while you're in a raid. Okay, so if you upgrade the chicken, you get more scrap when it goes to collect. Is that
Why
the
is the
thing?
chicken collecting scrap? Why does the chicken have to have a job? Are you at least paying him minimum wage?
Doesn't the chicken usually just lay eggs? Isn't that the whole shtick of the chicken? Why are we why are we abusing the chicken?
Why are we forcing these capitalist views onto chickens?
Minimum wage in this economy. That is fair. That is very fair. The chicken gets paid with the olives I fought for and died for in most cases. Oh, but yeah, this category is very hard for me. I enjoyed like all three games. But if I had to say, I would go for Dispatch.
Yeah, Dispatch got mine. Dispatch is one of the few games that I looked at it on shorts and I immediately wanted to know more about the story.
Yeah, so I added it to my wish list as soon as it got announced at the summer game show. BRB, I lost my phone somewhere. What do you mean you lost your phone somewhere? Also, thank you for the cut time. Hey, Futopli, how are you doing?
The chicken stole your phone for not paying you enough. For not paying him enough.
Can you imagine? Oh. Thank you for the catnip, Deadlius. Okay, next category, best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device. Best...
Hearing this without the music is so funny.
So the thing is, I found where it was remixed, like the drum and bass remix. The problem is there were flashing on the clip. And I didn't want to give somebody a seizure or something just because they decided to redeem something on my channel. And this is why I added, hey, you're good, Pepper, you're good. We love the Oya cat on this channel. But yeah, this is why it's without the music. I couldn't find anywhere where it was like the music and they didn't add like a lot of flashing and bright lights and stuff. Maybe I can combine the clip of the non-music one with the music one. I'll have to look into it.
Now, getting back on topic, do you have any reason to not give this to Uma Musume?
I haven't played any of the other games, so no, it's Uma Musume, like it's the Horse Girls. I spent months playing the Horse Girls.
I am going to be skipping the next category. I have not interacted with.
I played Horse Girls on stream. I was cheering for the Horse Girls on stream. What do you mean? Of course, I'm gonna give it to my Horse Girls. Although I feel Uma Musume was a bit of a gimmick, because it was popular for like a couple of months and then it kind of died down. Best VR AR. I don't play VR games, although Alien game. Damn. Ghost Town, Arcane Age, Marvel's Deadpool, VR, The Midnight Walk.
I skipped this category because I've not actually interacted with VR this year.
If the Steam VR is not exorbitantly expensive, and I get it, I am kinda tempted to play the Alien and the Marvel's Deadpool VR game, to be honest. They seem fun. They seem fun. Best action game: Battlefield 6, Doom, The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat.
For me, it goes to Doom because Doom is such a satisfying murder action game.
That is very true. Like if you say action, Doom definitely be one of the first games that will pop up in my head. Although Hades also is very battle intensive. Even though you're not watching it from first face. Hey DK Shadow, how you doing? How's the Borbu doing? How is the Dutch air treating you, my friend? I don't know, it's a bit of a toss-up between Doom and Hades, and I have a soft spot for Hades, so I think I'm gonna vote Hades.
Yeah.
Borbu good, preparing stuff for the one party tomorrow. Ooh, you're gonna have a one party? What are you guys planning to play? What are you guys planning to do? Are you doing any tabletop games? Best action adventure. I never liked this naming for the category. Because you have best action, and then you have best action adventure. Just name it best adventure. Why do you need the action adventure category? It just feels like a repeat.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Split Fiction. The only game I have played from these 5, and I mean played, I have like, because Death Stranding, Silk Song, and Indiana Jones I have watched the full playthroughs, but I'll have to go with Split Fiction. Although I don't think the main focus of Split Fiction is that like adventuring in this case.
You see, this is why I've watched a lot of Death Stranding 2. It goes to me for that one because there is story and there is what's it called? Action, but it's a lot of just walking about and finding stuff or finding places.
There is a reason
it still feels a lot
the
like
game was
actual
called
adventure.
UPS Simulator.
Yeah, walking simulator.
I don't know. I'll go with Split Fiction just because it's the game that I have played. I feel that I can't really like give my full support for a game that I haven't played or at least tried. Best RPG for the best game design with a rich player character customization and progression, including massive multiplayer experience. A vote: Clair Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2. I know who I'm voting for, and that's Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Because a lot of this game was dependent on your freaking build. If you mess up your build in Clair Obscure, you're not going anywhere. So you really had to like customize your character. But at the same time, there wasn't really that, because the characters were very pre-made. I always thought the RPG is something that you can insert yourself into. Like you tailor your character towards yourself, like how you would envision yourself in the game. With Clair Obscure, you are playing with an already pre-made characters with their own personalities, their own like visuals and so on. So I don't know. Although the same could be said for Kingdom Come Deliverance, because I don't think you can customize Henry. Think he's already pre-made for you? Avowed, I have watched very little of that game and I haven't played any of it, so not really my thing. Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds feels more like a fantasy Warframe, not gonna lie. Instead of an actual like RPG game, so I don't know.
Shout out to young version of me that thought RPG game when you had an actual RPG.
The one that shoots missiles?
Yeah.
How disappointed were you when you found the truth?
Very.
Yeah, this I'm gonna be honest, I'm playing favorites and I'm voting Claire Obscure. This is like purely on favorites, nothing else. Best fighting for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. 2XKO. Oh, that's the Riot Games. Has anyone played the Riot Games fighter? I don't think I have even seen gameplay of that game.
Nope. I skipped category because I haven't played any fighting games this year.
Capcom
Like,
Fighting Collection 2, Fate of Fury, City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, Virtua Fighter 5, Forever World Stage. I tried the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It feels okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the category as well. Not a big fighter. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Although, as Keanu says, you have to be a little bit of a fighter to be a lover. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
I don't know if Split Fiction really fits into that. Because when I think family game, I think like game that I'm gonna break out when my cousins come over, or like, you know, like something that you can play regardless of the game's topic or whatever.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers. Well, yeah, but Lego Voyagers, for example, it's pretty similar to Split Fiction. Because I think it's two people again.
For me, it goes to Mario Kart, just because Mario Kart is and I haven't had chance to play Cross Worlds yet. So Mario Kart for me is just the default, and like, oh, we got a bunch of people over, let's play Mario Kart. You don't know how to play? Cool, you can learn in about 2 seconds how to play Mario Kart. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Split Fiction just because I had immense fun with the game. And the thing is that unlike the It Takes Two, because I feel It Takes Two was geared more towards couples. Split Fiction could be fun with like anyone that you play with. Best sim strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. I would have had a lot of laugh if Claire was also in this category.
I feel like there would have been a riot if they got into that many categories. I feel like there is, but I feel like there should have been a riot if it gets into that many categories basically for free.
Yeah. Okay, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I think I have played Tactics, but not this version. these games are kind of okay. Jurassic World Evolution 3. I haven't played this iteration of the game. Sid Meier Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Outers, 2 Point Museum. 2 Point Museum is pretty fun.
That's what I'm going to give it to, just because it's been really fun. They're working a lot to have, like, they've got built-in Twitch integrations and all that other stuff. So there's, like, you know, it's fun to also stream it, and it's interactive. Now, this next category I find hilarious, personally.
Best Sports Racing.
So in the same category as FIFA and F125, we have Mario Kart and Sonic Crossworlds.
I have never been too much into sports games. I think the only like sports game I have like really played, and I wouldn't call it exactly a sports game, was Rocket League.
It is a sports game. It's just an alt sports game.
I think I'm gonna give it to Sonic. The only game I have tried from these ones.
That's fair.
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experience, irrespective of game genre or platform. Elden Ring Night Train. I have heard very good things about it, but I haven't played it. I want to give it to Split Fiction, but I have to give it to Peak. Like, Peak, since it came out, it's been one of the best like co-op experiences I've had in a group of friends.
Yeah. And they keep adding new stuff to it as well.
Yeah. Like it is a game that you wanna like keep going back and playing.
What I like about what Peak's done as well is they've made it so the game can be fun and challenging if you play by yourself. Respect it, like, because there's like, for example, if you were to play Repo, I feel like you would get pretty bored of it if you were to only play it solo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could go through challenges, but they're all self-imposed. Whereas in Peak, you've got the built-in challenge system and the like sashes, whatever they're called in game. So there's like actually something for you to be like, oh, I need to do this, or I can strive to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. Arc Raiders seems like a fun game, but it's still more of like water shooter kinda, and it's already been done. Peak, I feel, hit a spot in the community that was kind of lacking, and this is why it like was so popular. And now games like Are We There Yet and like other games as well are like trying to claim that glory as well.
Oh yeah.
Best adaptation: a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, Until
This
Dawn.
one I have mixed feelings on.
I still haven't watched the Minecraft movie.
So, as someone who has watched the Minecraft movie and has watched The Last of Us, well, not watched all of it, but I've watched enough of it to know I love it. So, I loved.
I didn't even know that there was an Until Dawn movie.
Oh, the only two I knew about here were The Last of Us and the Minecraft one. I didn't even know about Until Dawn.
I am extremely curious. Has anyone watched the Until Dawn movie, and is it any good? Because the game, in terms of like narrative, is amazing. Like for a horror game, like Until Dawn is chef's kiss. But I don't know how well they did in adapting it. I think I'm gonna go with The Last of Us, because the others I feel are me, and I haven't watched the Minecraft movie, so I can't really speak about it.
I Personally, I'm gonna go with a Minecraft movie because what's it called? It's
Jackbuck.
one of the few times, well, not just that, it's one of the few times where it's been a movie slash game adaptation where they haven't just disregarded the game, its community, and the lore of the game to just
Hmm.
make a movie in however sense they're trying to make it.
Now
This
you're
next
now
category
you
feels
saying
strange.
now you saying it's good. It's making me wanna watch it. We can
You
do
should.
we can do a movie night out of it. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it's one of the ones where it's not a movie I would say is like 10 out of 10 amazing. But if you put it in context of how video game movies and adaptations tend to go at the moment, how easily terrible a Minecraft one could have gone, and then how it actually went, yeah, the music and the song from it is a little bit cringe, but like, so is so much stuff about Minecraft at the same time.
Hmm. Okay, next category, most anticipated game. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Zero Civil 7, First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4. With 007 First Light, it's done by the studio that's doing Hitman, and I feel it's gonna be kind of in that spirit. I do like the Hitman games, and I am looking forward to 007, but I wouldn't say it's like the most anticipated game on my list.
I feel like the most anticipated game here is without a doubt GTA.
By the public, yes, but the question is, what's the most anticipated game in your opinion? Because for you, because I have never been like a huge fan of GTA, so if even if the game gets delayed by 5 years, I don't really care, to be honest.
I get that.
I'll probably play it when it comes out, but I don't like. I wouldn't say like my day will be ruined if they come out and say like the game will be delayed with another year. Okay.
I was surprised when they were people were like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna come out this year." I was like, "No, it fucking won't." And then everyone was like, "Oh no, it's not coming out this year." I was like, "Did you really expect it to?"
Marvel's Wolverine. I have seen so many like polarizing stuff from Marvel that at this point, if they come up with something good, I'm happy. If they come up with something bad, it's meh. So Marvel's Wolverine is a bit. We'll live. We'll see. If it's good, great. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Resident. So for me, most anticipated will be a toss-up between Resident Evil Requiem and The Witcher 4, because I am a big fan of The Witcher 4, the Witcher series. But Witcher 4, in my opinion, is a bit forced. They did an amazing job of like concluding the whole story about Geralt in Witcher 3 with the 2 expansions and so on. They should have ended it. You have
I
other
have a feeling
IPs.
then have they actually said anything about what the game's going to be about?
So it's going to be around City.
Hmm.
Um, we have seen some of the gameplay, but no like major story like spoilers and so on. So we don't really know. Like, I guess she's like the new Witcher kinda, but that's about it that we know.
All right.
There hasn't been like any major reveals about the what the story is gonna be about. So I don't know. I am like waiting on it. I really want to play more Witcher, but at the same time, I'm a bit skeptical. in my opinion, they should have like just left The Witcher to rest and maybe worked on a new IP or continued some of their other IPs. We want another Cyberpunk. Like, give us another Cyberpunk. There is only one game in that world.
Yeah, I
Develop
feel
that
like
world.
the world is very. It's there's so many options and places they could go with it. I also just feel like because there are so many places they could go with it, and so many places they could fuck it up.
Yes, that is very true.
And how do you make the next Cyberpunk game feel actually different to the previous Cyberpunk game? Like, because if is it gonna be another game where you can just install it? Because technically, V in lore, like in lore, if you are someone like V and you install as many mods as you can, like not game
You
mods,
go
as in like
psycho.
body mods, you would go psycho before you even get half of, not even half of them installed, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just like as much because I'm pretty sure the in-law reason why you don't go psycho is because the chip that you have that starts the whole thing
Yeah.
is basically stopping it from letting you go psycho, which is like fair enough.
I think one of the theories was because you have like Johnny Silverhand in your head. It's kind of like you have two
You've got like
psyches.
two minds
Yeah.
taking.
So basically, they're sharing the burden between the mods. Resident Evil, the recent Resident Evil games have been like pretty good. So I really want to see where they're gonna take it. At the same time, I also remember what happened with Resident Evil 4 and 5. So I'm a bit. I really hope they don't fuck it up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with The Witcher on this category. Content Creator of the Year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2025.
This is one where I feel like, as well, if we had the context, it would be helpful. Because in my mind, the only people I can think of in the content creator space that have made a significant impact where they should be recognized at like this kind of level would be like people like Sea Dog and Iron Mouse that have been raising shit tons and putting loads of support in for the IDF.
Yeah.
And raising general awareness as well. Like, why did they not get in here? Like, what did whoever Cadril did, or whoever Burnt Peanut and Sakuramiko, like, what
To
did
be
they
honest,
do?
like Burnt Peanut, for example, I have never heard of them until like the nominations for like Streamer Awards and stuff like that started to come out, and I've seen I mean like a couple of categories, and I was like, who's this person? I've never. And I found that I think they started streaming like fairly recently, like in terms of like big streamers, but they have been exploding like quite a lot. They're using like a virtual avatar like this. Do you remember like the old like Snapchat filters and stuff like that? Yeah, kind of like this thingy. Can they be considered a VTuber?
Technically, they're
Kinda,
virtual in some way. They're not a flesh tuber.
Yes.
But it's still a thing of what have these people done that has had such a big impact?
Good question. That's a very good question.
But the only thing I know that Moist has done was that he turned off donations because he basically, I think he got revealed. He accidentally flashed it on screen or something, and then he came out. He was just like, "Yeah, I don't want to be taking donations because I get so much from everything else, and I've already gotten so much from people that it feels wrong to take donations at this point." Which is like fair enough. That's the only thing I can think he's done.
Also with Moist Critical, he's always been like giving platform and like giving voice to issues that have been happening in the streaming space
Yeah,
and outside of
he's
it.
always there talking about things from, I want to say, a fairly unbiased point of view.
Just
Like
on
he's
personal feelings and likes, I would go with Moist.
mm,
It's Charlie, come on. Everybody likes Charlie. Best esports game for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform.
how did Marvel Rivals not get in here?
No idea. I can tell you why Mobile Legends Bang Bang is in there. Because mobile games, especially like League of Legends, is super huge in like China and Asia.
Yeah, mobile games like that, I know for a fact, have always just been very big in elsewhere.
I can tell you immediately why Marvel Rivals isn't here. Because this is esports, this is like official tournaments and stuff. There aren't that many Marvel Rival events that are like officially recognized as tournaments organized.
Mm.
Counter-Strike, Valorant, Dota, and League of Legends all have like official leagues and tournaments. I didn't know that Mobile Legends had their own official league, but okay, I guess so. I'll have to go with League of Legends. They are always going all out for
I
their
also
like
want to point out
championships.
that out of everyone nominated here, Valve and Riot have like so high chances to win.
Yeah,
Because Riot have 2 games, Valve have 2 games in here. The next category, I can't vote because I know nothing about any people.
Mobile Legends Bang Bang, I think, is also owned by Riot. So the whole category is just Riot and Valve.
Mm.
Best esports athlete. I don't really follow esports, to be honest, so I don't know any of these people. So I'm just gonna skip this category. Best esports team. Same reason as the previous one. Huh?
I think that is it.
Okay, 6 categories we skipped. I guess. Okay, player's voice, 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. What is round 1? Opens December 1st. 30 nominees, vote for 10. Ah, okay. So basically, it will be whittling down until there is only one left.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was the Game Awards. Now we have the Streamer Awards. The event that was organized by Cutie Cinderella, who actually got a lot of flack for some of these nominations.
Some of it, I don't agree with some of the nominations because it's just like
Some
I
of the
don't know half of them.
nominations, I have to say, is I find them not questionable, I don't understand them. Okay, so best music streamer. streamer who creates the best music content, showcasing talents such as singing, playing instruments, DJing, producing, composing, or more.
I don't know any of these.
I don't really follow. I think I follow like 2 music streamers on Twitch, and both of them have like very small communities. So
The problem I have with these awards and the people nominated,
they are very community driven. Like
it feels
it is a bit the bigger community you have, the bigger chance you have.
And I know for a fact I live under a rock. You know this, a lot of people know this. I don't interact and know that much. Like, for example, the best creative arts streamer. My first problem is, why is this such a broad category? Like, you're judging somebody who draws versus somebody who cosplays versus somebody who dances or cooks.
No,
and I don't mean.
Tell me what does the food and drink category? Why is it in here?
There is a chef category where people cook, but the problem I have is that why are these all? It's like you've got like 12 different cars that are all designed for different things. It's like you're comparing a family car to a van and then a pickup, and then you're comparing it to a sports car. It's like, why? It's like, yeah, they are all functionally a car, but they are designed and they all do different things. It's like you don't compare, like, even in art, you don't easily compare two things if they are objectively different categories. How can you just go, oh yeah, dancing, cosplay, ASMR, which I'll be honest, most of the ASMR content, 50% of it on Twitch is good, and the other half is OnlyFans models.
Yeah, and like licking the ASMR mic here. Whoa, no. And the thing is, even like within the art category, it's really hard to compare, let's say, somebody who does sculpting with somebody who does like digital art, or somebody that do like oil paintings of panoramas and skies and mountains, stuff like that.
Like, looking at these people in the category, right? I know who Emiru is, because who the fuck doesn't?
Yeah.
They're one of the biggest female streamers.
Especially with what they have on Twitch.
Now, I will be honest, that picture of Barley the Bear is terrible, but he is a cooking one. I don't know him because of his food. I've seen him on his shorts because of his funny jokes occasionally. I wouldn't say that makes him the best art streamer. Like, yeah, he's funny and he's got funny stories and he interacts with chat, but like, I've not known him because of his food.
I think the thing I remember the most about Barley the Bear is his headphone mic.
I don't know who Dizzy Kitten is, but I'm assuming they're ASMR.
Yeah, you can see on the picture she is holding ASMR.
That name sounds familiar. Oh, they're also a
cosplayer, I think.
Oh, let's see. They do food, at least from the channel. They do dance. Sleep on. They seem to do a lot of different shit. They seem to do a little bit of art and a little bit of cosplay.
So everything in the category?
Vaguely. Thing is that I can't think of any single one of these people that I'm like, I would want to vote for that isn't just a popularity competition.
I would vote for Rose Dodo just because from these 5, she's the only one I watch from time to time.
So far I'm withholding my vote twice because I don't want to vote in a way where it's just I'm voting for someone that I just recognize or know. Like, if it's even if it's like out of all that, it's like I'd vote either Rose or Emeru. Why? Because I know who they are. I've seen a couple of their things. Do I think they're the best one? Yeah. Especially compared to the other people when I have no context. It's like, eh. This one,
my whole issue with this kind of thing is the nominations, not just like the vote who is going to win, but the nominations themselves also are done by the community. Which means that a streamer or a content creator with a massive reach, even if you, let's say you're not big on Twitch, you could be huge on TikTok or you can be huge on YouTube. What stops you from strapping your community and get them to like high vote you to the nomination?
I will say on a technicality, the streamer awards are in theory inclusive of TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But my idea is, for example, you are, as you said, you know Barley the Burr from his like funny jokes and so on and so on. And if you have like diverse content, what is stopping you from your community to nominate you in like different categories? You may not be like the best cook or like the best artist or so on, but just because you have the bigger community, you get nominated in that category as well. This is my problem with like the way nominations are decided for this kind of awards. Because it's just like bigger community, more votes, more chances. I'm okay like for the community to decide who the winner is, because then the nominations are already decided. I don't think it should be done this way. Welcome back, Shadow. In my opinion, what it would be better is QT, the organizer, and like the people behind this kind of event, they have a lot of connections like with other content creators. Pick a number of people in this kind of categories that are like big and known creators of these categories and get them to nominate like the people that they think are like the cream of the crop in this category. Also, why did it switch to Dizzy Kitten? I don't know. Like community decided nominations, in my opinion, are a big. I don't know. Stop switching. They should. Me clicking anywhere in this huge window changes my vote.
That's dumb.
The only active part should be the bottom. What are you doing? Okay, best roleplay streamer. Okay, we also entered ads, so let's give a chance for everybody to come back from ads.
This is the first category I can actually vote in.
I don't know, like I have went through cause besides this streamer, I don't know, it's very popular nowadays to have like small streamer awards, a lot of like medium size, big streamers, small streamers, and so on are organizing their own like stream awards as well on social medias. I don't really get the appeal of it, to be honest.
I feel like it's because people have realized that the streamer awards are organized and ran and owned by a streamer,
So
and
make
it
your own,
makes
farm
yeah.
the
So it's just like there's no
farm the
official
exposure.
list. Twitch don't endorse it or say like, oh yeah, this is that everyone should be aiming for this. It's just a side thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, like if there are like 800 different, what's the point?
I mean, it's like how many awards are there that a movie can get these days?
A movie. Well, yeah, there are, but at the same time, there are also official ones like the Oscars, the. It wasn't the Grammys, like the Cannes Festival, for example. Because a movie winning the Cannes Festival is also like very prestigious. Because the thing is, like, I don't know, it is a bit different. Like a movie saying they won like an Oscar for like best soundtrack or like best uh lead actor or whatever. When was the last
Hmm.
time you were impressed because a streamer won like streamer of the year at the streamer awards? Or because somebody won like best, because the thing is like, yeah, like the first 1 or 2 years I would say like it was okay. Now I feel like just bigger streamer has bigger community, has a lot of like influence. Streamer gets nominated, streamer wins the category, and it's like okay, yeah, we're out of ads. We can go into the next one. Best roleplay streamer. Streamer who delivers the most entertaining role-playing content in games like GTA role-playing, Rust, VR chat, Ark, Dungeons and Dragons, and more.
Legend of Evantris for
Yes,
me.
Legends.
Have you seen some of their content?
Yes, yes. I haven't watched a full campaign of theirs, but I have seen some of their sessions and some of their short content, and they're pretty.
It's absolutely amazing. I would heavily recommend. They had Matthew Illard
Mm-mm.
do a little short one-shot campaign with them, and it was fucking hilarious the entire time.
Yeah, for me, like role playing. Don't get me wrong, like with the GTA RP and Rust stuff and so on. Yeah, okay, but I am an old dude. I grew up with Dungeons and Dragons. For me, role playing, it's that like pen and paper, dice, going through dungeons, slaying dragons, rescuing the princess, becoming god, wiping out the kingdom. Okay, best of MOBA streamers. I don't really follow MOBA. I used to play League a long, long time ago, and Dota 2. That's about it. Nowadays, not so much. I don't think I have heard any of these people. Kydrel, Kishu, Necro, Nix. Skip. Best brand partner. Awarded to a brand that is helping streamers' aspirations come true. Through brand partnerships and sponsorships, streamers are able to do more than ever imagined. This brand is what makes that happen. To be honest, the only brand I have seen that has partnered with streamers that aren't huge and like have like huge numbers and so on are gamer subs. Cash App, I have only seen them in partnership with big streamers like Woodwick, for example, or others. Uh, Red Bull, I feel I connect them more with like sports content creators and like extreme sports stuff like that. 8080, I didn't even know that they were sponsoring like content creators, to be honest.
Mainly America focused.
Yes, well, they are an American company, so kind of tracks. Yeah, I'm going with gamer subs. The Hidden Gem Award, recognizing a growing streamer averaging under 200 viewers this year. This award goes to a true hidden gem that deserves shine. I just love puzzles, Drak Trashley, Muhudos, Brox H, and Sinahe. Somebody actually told me about this category, and I know Brox because he kind of became popular during the
COVID.
COVID. Yeah, because he's the dude from New Zealand that does like wood carvings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
he has the president, the prime
Yeah.
minister, and he
Yeah.
just turned up midstream once.
Yeah, because
It was amazing.
his content was very wholesome and it was very needed at the time because people were kind of stuck at home, and I feel like his content kind of spoke with people.
One of the first times he got a sub, or I think it was either a sub or a donation or bits, one of the something.
Yeah, he wanted
was like,
to
he was just
refund
like,
it,
"Oh,
yeah.
you don't have to do that." It's like, can I refund that? Can I turn that back? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do that. I'm just doing this because I want to. It's just like, oh, it's so wholesome.
Yeah, he's an extremely wholesome dude. What somebody told me about this category though is none of this. Yes, like the only requirement for the category is for you to be under 200 CCV. None of these creators though are under 20,000 followers. Brox, I think, has 1.7
mil.
7, yeah, 1.7 million followers on Twitch. This is not a hidden gem. Just because you don't have a lot of concurrent viewers doesn't mean that people don't know about you.
You're not a hidden gem if like people know about you so much to the point where just because you don't actively get regular viewers doesn't mean that everywhere else doesn't exist.
Also, in my opinion, this, because the thing is, you are not limiting to only Twitch, you're including everything, and you're averaging under 200 views. Where I could have 200 views on Twitch and at the same time I could be like one of the biggest streamers on YouTube, or vice versa. I could like average 200 people on TikTok and at the same time to be one of the top streamers on Twitch. This is very vague, in my opinion. This should have more caveats to it. Like 200 viewers on all platforms, combined platforms, one platform. Also, yeah, you could be like a streamer that has 100 concurrent viewers, and you could be at the same time your YouTube channel could have like 5 million subscribers. That doesn't make you a hidden gem. I don't know. This, in my opinion, is one of the more controversial categories, especially because I feel this is the only category that kind of gives a chance to more smaller, medium-sized, and more not known content creators to be like given a spotlight.
Yeah.
Congrats to the people that were like nominated. I don't have a gripe with like their nominations. Congratulations to them for the nomination. I have a gripe on how the category itself was formed, and format. Also, gonna vote Brox because the only
He's so wholesome.
yeah. Best battle royale streamer. Streamers who create the best battle royale content with games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, PUBG, Call of Duty, Warzone, Fall Guys, and other. Fall Guys is considered a battle royale.
Yeah, because you're.
I never thought about it, but yeah,
Well, yeah, because
you fight until only one remains.
Yeah.
To be fair, the only person I know from here is Ninja, and I really don't want to vote about him. So I'm just gonna skip the category.
How do people get nominated for this again?
Basically, they open votes for each category. People can go in, and for each category, you can nominate a streamer. So, for example, if you have like community of like millions viewers and so on, potentially you can get nominated for each category if your community is insane enough. But I guess after that they kind of sift through, like, so Kai Cenat, for example, doesn't get nominated for every category under the sun. And this is why I like don't like this kind of like nomination, because even if you're like the best content creator in a certain category, but this is the only thing you do. Let's say the category is like cooking that we were like talking about earlier. Even if this is your whole like content, the only thing you do is cooking. Somebody that like occasionally does cooking, and let's say their other content is cosplay, and they have 20 times your community size, most probably you're gonna get nominated over the person that does only cooking and has the small community. Does that make you the better cooking channel? Or does that just mean that you have the bigger
a larger
community?
Audience.
Yeah. As I said, I'm gonna skip this category. Best fighting game streamer. Streamer who creates the best fighting game content from Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 to Mortal Kombat and Super Smash Bros. Lily Pichu, SK, Jam, Bro Pro. Not gonna lie, I wanna vote for Lily, because Lily was considered just a music girly for a really long time, and she kind of walked in. And she's even like had some success on like actual competitions for Super Smash Bros. And stuff. So I think I'm gonna vote Lily. Best MMORPG streamer. Streamer who creates the most engaging MMORPG content while playing games like Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, Lost Ark, and others. Honey Fusion, Soda Poppen, Peekaboo, RL, and Zario. Any opinions?
I don't watch any MMO or MMO streamers.
I think the only one I watch from time to time is Soda, and just because he's funny. Not so much for his like MMORPG content, so much as like his personality. Best speedrun streamer. I don't really watch speedruns. They make me feel anxious. Because something that takes me usually like 10 hours, people beat in 30 minutes, and then I don't feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Not get me wrong, like it's an amazing like to watch somebody like beat Bloodborne in 40 minutes. And yeah, but no. It just makes me anxious. Best sports streamer. Cash Nasty Gaming, Run the Foot Market, Angry Ginger 13, Junkie Rango Flight 23 White. What is considered like sports? Is it like the games or like actual? Oh, okay, it's the games. Yeah,
Yeah.
sports. I don't really watch sports. I don't play sports games and I don't really watch sports games. Best Minecraft streamer. Tubu, Feinberg, Cory Way, Pangi, Good Times with Scar.
It goes to good times with Scar for me, not just because they make amazing Minecraft content, but they do so much with, I don't know if you've heard of them, Gamers Outreach,
Mm.
that help people like be able to, access and play video games and do things like that, everyone else can. They do so much.
I haven't watched like Minecraft content recently, but when I was like watching, I used to watch Tubu quite a lot. Best Marvel rival streamer. Team the Tatman, Super Tough, Flats, Bugur, and Big Puffer. I I have watched all of these people. I think the only one I have actually seen play Marvel was Bugur. I guess the other ones also play Marvel, but I don't think it's their like main content. Which is odd considering they were voted for the best Marvel rival streamer. Best FPS streamer. Streamer who creates the most entertaining first-person shooter content while playing games like Valorant, Overwatch 2, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Halo, and others. I haven't watched Bijuzan and Aspen. I have watched Onepixel quite a bit. And as I told you before, I haven't heard of the Burnt Peanut before, but he kind of started popping up in like different categories. So I kind of looked into him and watched a bit of his content, and he's pretty hilarious, I have to say.
Mm.
And most of the games that he does are like Battlefield and FPS games. I think I'm gonna go with him, considering like he started like fairly recently, like compared to others. He's doing pretty good. Best strategy game streamers who creates the best content in strategy games like Teamfight Tactics, StarCraft, Chess, Hearthstone, or Bawatru, among others. I find it extremely weird that you will bunch up people that play Teamfight Tactics, Chess, Hearthstone, Bawatru, and StarCraft in the same category. Considering, yes, these games require strategy and thinking, but they are so different in terms of gameplay. It's like comparing Battlefield with Pokemon.
Mm.
I have to go with Northern Lion for this one. Best reality streamer. Streamer who flawlessly creates the best blend of IRL and desktop content, balancing both seamlessly to create consistently entertaining streams.
I don't know any of them.
I haven't watched any of them as well, so I'm gonna skip the category. Best IRL streamer. I think I'll go with Extremely. I have watched some of her content and she's pretty funny. iShowSpeed, he's very big. He has very entertaining content, but I have to say, And I don't know, like, if he's doing a persona for like his content or he's just like that. He's just a bit too much for me sometimes. Best vertical live streamer. Streamers who creates the most engaging and entertaining vertical format live content on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, or other platforms. Twitch will soon have vertical streaming as well, if they haven't released it already. I know that they have released it for some people. Creekcraft.zestybestie. That's the best name ever, Zesty Bestie. Elastician, Mark Sebastian. Don't know any of these people. Skip. Jack, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm just so many of them I don't know. Game of the year.
Game of the
so
year.
Hard.
I had a lot of fun with Schedule 1. I also had a lot of fun with Peak, but I also liked Expedition and Rip. I think the only game I wouldn't vote for is Marvel, is just because I don't really play it, so it's really not my game. Expedition was an amazing on its own as a game. I wouldn't say it's the best streaming game. Purely for streaming, I'll have to go with either Peak or Repo.
Schedule. For me, it is between Peak and Repo. If I consider what games have given me the best and most enjoyable moments
during stream,
just in general, like on stream definitely, but in general, my favorite moments, like even when I've been offline, I've been playing with other people that may have been like Repo and Peak are the ones that have given me the best opportunities and the best situations for the most fun. I would say Repo just because I find it a little bit more engaging.
Yeah, I would say like Repo gives more opportunity for like clippable moments and like stream interaction. Best content organization. Esport or content organization or group that produces the best content during the past year. This category is not subject to the hour streamed requirements. OSCS, Whole Life, AMP, FaceCon. I like that Whole Life is currently the only like big VTuber agency, considering like Nijisanji has been in flames for the last couple of years, and after Vishoujo imploded earlier this year.
My question. Are FaZe still good at games, or are they just entertaining?
FaZe had a really strange history. They were started as a like a content house for like games and stuff. Then they got into the cryptocurrency thingies. Then I think part of their organization like kind of rotated. Some people left, some people came in. I don't really like follow what's happening there, but yeah, I know that they are pretty big, like in terms of like content creation and audience and so on. But to be honest, I can't like tell you 100% what exactly they're currently doing in terms of content, because I just don't follow any of them. I'm gonna go with Hololef because, you know, VTuber. Best international stream. What the heck is an international stream? Hey, Paka, welcome in. How was the bonking?
Hello, Mr. Sheep.
Mr. Sheep. He's being good enough to raid us. How dare you call him a sheep? At least.
Ah, yes. Hello, Homo sapien.
Homo sapien. Homo sapien Meerkat.
Yes.
Bonkers to gremlins, bonkers to gremlins. We bought the bonk energy to watch Melta's gremlin yapping. You guys missed gremlin yapping when we were doing the game awards. We are now moved on to the stream awards. If there are gonna be a few controversial opinions today, so if you're a faint of heart, now is the time to turn around. Now is your time to escape. Anyone have any? Some going to melt? See, I see what you did there. I see you Ansprechbarer. Is that German? Turn around my chair. Turn around and escape. I like that non-North American English is considered an international streamer. You could be in... Well, yeah, you're not gonna be English speaking as well. I don't know. It's weird. It is, and I'm not German.
When they say non-North American English-speaking audience, this category basically just means best
you're not in the
American
US.
streamer. Realistically, that's what it means, right? Because you're saying to an international or to a non-North American English-speaking country audience, that's fucking anybody that isn't in America.
Wait, if you're British, you're streaming in English, but are you still considered international because you're not in North America?
Yeah, by that definition, I'm an international streamer, Malta.
That is wild, because there are like UK streamers that they have almost got rid of their accent. So they have like that neutral like US way of speaking. And they stream in the US time zone, like I don't know. That's very weird wording of the category.
As it is essentially not American streamer. Why does this category exist, and why is it called Best International?
I don't.
Also, how
best. I know why they call it international, because best non-North American English speaking streamer just doesn't roll off the tongue, you know?
I mean, they could just say best not American streamer. But then again, I guess they're gonna have issues of
South America, Mexico,
America.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, by the technicality, America is the Americas is the entire continent.
Yeah. Wait, so, but non-North America.
But
that also includes Canada and Mexico. If you're like English.
Yeah, are they excluding Canada as well, or?
I guess because they're not saying non-US, they're saying non-North American. So North America will include Canada, Mexico. Well, North America actually includes quite a few countries, not just Canada and US. Besides Canada and the US, most of them are non-English speaking, but still, I don't know, that's a very vague description of a category. Imagine looking up the streamer and find out some are Canadians. To be honest, I'm not gonna be surprised. Out Coringa, Totamak, Squeezy, Tumblr, Anime 023. Could be. Although I think most of them probably will be Spanish speaking, because I think like Spanish is the second biggest community after English on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who they are. Well, thing is they don't create English content, so they're not gonna be streamers that you follow. I guess you as well as me and Jack consume Twitch mostly in English.
Non-American English, yeah.
Best stream duo, because two is better than one. Two streamers who consistently create the most entertaining content together with at least 25 hours streamed as a pair this past year. Jack, I think you and me covered. Next
Hell
year,
yeah.
Jack. Next year.
We'll get up there one day. One day we'll be there.
So the nominations are Sidok and Iron Mouse, Jason the Twin and Sakura Shimko, Arki and Yugi, Lacey and Marlon, Agent 00 and Extra Emily.
Listen, if T-Dog and Iron Mouse don't win this, there's a crime.
T-Dog and Iron Mouse, I watch quite a lot of their content together. The only other two people I know are Jason the Twin and Extra Emily, but I have never seen them in combination with the other two people, with Sakura and Agent. So yeah, T-Dog and Iron Mouse, if they don't win, like that's gonna be criminal. The best streamed co-op. This award celebrates the most exciting one-time or limited-time collaboration in live streaming during 2025, recognizing how streamers joining forces and bringing in creators from outside the space help grow the community and the streaming ecosystem. Black Boy Max and Fred again, Cena and Zelina Vega, Kai Cenat and LeBron James, Pokemon and Cat's Eye.
The only non-streamer name I recognize here is LeBron James. And that's because I vaguely know him from memes.
To be honest,
I know he's
same.
like an NBA. I know he's like an athlete in America. That is it.
Yeah. No idea who Zelena is, no idea who Cat's Eye is, no idea who Fred again is. And from the streamers, again, the only ones I know are Kai Cenat and Pokemon. Kai Cenat and LeBron, I guess that would be the biggest one. Best marathon stream, awarded to the most impressive marathon stream, one that kept going until the goal was achieved, whether it be the end of a subathon timer, a game completion challenge, or something similar. Speed Does America, Mafiathon 3, Face Subathon, Stream for Humanity. To be honest, the only two I kinda watched were Speed Does America and Stream for Humanity. I gotta go with Stream for Humanity. Best streamed event, the most entertaining, unique, or memorable live event streamed in 2025.
Did you hear about any of these?
GP Explorer 3, organized by Squeezy, Bingo Brewers, Streamer from Streamer Games, Woodwick, and Streamer University. I have heard of Streamer Prom, the Streamer Games, and the Streamer University. I have even watched a bit of them. Streamer Games was pretty well organized. My only gripe with this nomination is Streamer Games is organized by Woodwick, and the Game Awards is organized by his partner. Yes, I know it's been said many a times that she doesn't influence the votes and the nominations and so on. Regardless of which, your partner organizing the event in which you are nominated in just looks bad.
Why would you accept the nomination to begin with?
This just looks bad. Like, is it really so important to you to get this nomination, even if you win the award, for you to like throw shade at the whole event? Because this just even if there is no way for her to like influence the votes in any way, you have to know that a big chunk of the internet will come out and say, of course he's gonna be nominated, his partner is organizing the event. And it's happened like numerous times, because this is actually not the first time he's been nominated on the Streamer Awards. And it happened last time again, and it's happening again. So yeah, in my opinion, like, regardless of that, if there wasn't this caveat, I would have voted for Streamer Games. But just because of this caveat, I'm gonna go with the Streamer Com. Best streamed series. The best. To be honest, I can't Kai and To be honest, I can't Kai and says, What did you write? I need a translation of what
he just can't with Kai and
okay. The way it's written, I can't Kai and it says speed. To be honest, like speed, I was kind of the same opinion as you in the beginning, but his content is not bad. He's, I would say, a bit too much from time to time. But yeah, I get it. Like his content is not for everybody. Best streamed series. The best recurring show, series, segment, or repeat event of 2025, whether corroborative or so. This award honors excellence in episodic live streaming. Owl Stores, Maya, In the Boot, Let Her Cook, Fortnite Friday, and Caretakers. Can you tell me how the Psychoton didn't make it?
Oh yeah, that should have been in here, definitely.
The only two events I have watched from here are the Let Her Cook, the series by Sid, and Alvo's tours with Maya. And I'll have to go with the tours.
Maya is the only one I've heard of, but I haven't watched any of them.
Sidion is part of the Offline TV house with Disguised Toast, Lily Pichu, and the rest. Skara, you know. Best VTuber. We are down to the category, the real category that matters. Streamer who uses a virtual avatar and creates the most entertaining and engaging content. Iron Mouse, The Burnt Peanut, Kenji, Chibidoki, and Mori Calliope. Iron Mouse, Chibidoki, and Mori Calliope. Whenever Iron Mouse is nominated for this category, I always vote for her because she is the first VTuber I started watching way back when, before the pandemic and so on. And she is the she's the one VTuber that I have not stopped watching since then, and I still like follow her content. So She's my Osh. I have to vote for her. I can. Although I have to say, kudos to Chibidoki and Mori Calliope as well. Like they are amazing content creators as well. Especially Chibi, she's grown her content quite a lot over the last few years. Also, I got to say, have you seen any of the more recent content of Chibi?
Yeah.
Her not having the cross eyes.
It's so weird, right?
It was so weird to me, yeah. I got so used to seeing her like having the cross-eyed avatar that when she stopped doing it, it was super weird to me. Best variety streamer. Streamers who delivers the best variety of gaming content, seamlessly switching between genres while keeping their audience engaged. Squeaks, Agento, Vinesauce, Lyric, and Queso. I mean, like, I don't know Agento. I have watched the others, but Queso gotta take the cake on this one. Like, dude's content, or especially like over the last 2-3 years that I have watched, it's hilarious, and he's an extremely good streamer. Jack?
I know of Queso.
You haven't watched Queso?
I know, I've seen maybe a clip or two. I don't know any of these people.
Oh, I highly recommend you check him out. He's very wholesome and he's super funny. Best just chatting streamer. Streamer who creates the best just chatting content, conversing with chat, reacting to videos or news, storytelling, group activities, commentary, and more. Kai Sinat, Joey Bartuozzi, Jason DeWin, Lydia Violet, and XQC.
The problem I have with just chatting is that it's so varied in what goes on in there. I just don't I don't know.
Just chatting, I feel, is when more of your content is like based on your personality and like the way you behave on stream.
Two people I recognize, I hate their personalities here.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of like this kind of personalities though like tend to gather a crowd, because when you think about it, like I know which people you're talking about, but I'll give you an example with like Forsen. His chat was like so chaotic and so toxic and everything, but that also was a magnet for a very large percent of the community on Twitch. And I feel there needs to be places like that. Because imagine if these people weren't gathered in one place and they were all over Twitch. Hey Nox, how are you doing?
Nox, why does it say? What does it say? Oh no.
I kind of cleared all of my followers from the days I was doing content in my native language.
Also, it doesn't say 614, it says 615.
It's 614.
Going up in the world. It says 615 on my screen.
Refresh the page.
You lost another follower?
At this point, it happens so often, like you gain like 10 followers and then next stream you're gonna lose 5 followers, that I'm kind of used to it at this point. You'll get used to it, don't worry about it. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Jason. Just cause, as you said, like, the other two people, I wouldn't say, like, I really like them. And the other two, I don't know. So, Jason it is. Thank you for the work, Nox. Okay, Rising Star Award. Streamers who began the year with under 1,000 average viewers and has shown rapid growth and huge potential for the future. Marwon, Sokoroshenko, Reginald, Average Harry, and Rio KT. I don't know any of these people.
Same.
Best breakout streamer. Streamer who experienced explosive growth in the past year, establishing themselves amongst the top streamers and as one of the most talked about names in streaming.
I also don't know these people.
No idea who these people are. A league of their own. Streamer who creates truly one-of-a-kind content, pioneering a niche or category that no one else does. A creator who is simply in a league of their own. The Primagen, Study Time, Maya, and the Stock Guy. I still find it wild that cryptocurrency and stocks are a thing on Twitch in terms of content.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, considering the amount of content there is out there on shorts.
Yeah, but I get it, that, but at the same time, like, I get it as a either short like form content or even like videos, but like live streaming about it. I don't know. It's weird. I think I'm gonna go with Maya just because he's the only one I know from here. And also because I like her content. The Sapphire Award, recognizing the best female or marginalized gender streamer of 2025. This award goes to a streamer who shines against the odds in a male-dominated industry and has excelled in entertaining for the highest level this past. So that's a very odd wording. Best female or marginalized gender in, so basically anything that doesn't identify as male.
The only one that I know of is Emiru.
Emiru, Extremely, Gwendolyn Nortis, Vanilla Mace, and Sina. I know Vanilla, I know Extremely, and I know Emiru. I don't know Sina and Gwendolyn though. Gonna go with Extremely. Extremely, you know her. She's even made content with Sea-Dog a few times.
Okay.
Yeah. Game of the Year. Streamer who showcases exceptional gaming skill and entertainment across multiple titles no matter the game. You can't walk away. Summit 1G, Jinxie, The Burnt Peanut, Queso, and Onepixel. Gamer of the Year. This will be a toss-up for me between Queso and Onepixel.
Once again, I know of the name of some of these people. I've never really sat down and watched any of them.
I think I'm gonna go with Queso. Streamer of the Year, the best overall streamer of 2025, consistently entertaining, elevating their brand, standing out, and leaving a lasting mark on viewers. It's Melt, that is the gamer. I am so far from Gamer of the Year. I'm not even gamer of the day, let alone the
Gamer of the hour. I would
gamer
say
of the
that,
hour.
but we haven't been playing games for the last several hours.
Yeah. So I show Speed, Black Boy Max, Jason the Win, Kai Senat, and Exter Emily. Not gonna lie, given the choice, I'm gonna go with Emily again. Your votes have been submitted. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the finale of the Streamer Awards. If you want to cast your vote, you still have time until the 29th of November or the 30th if you're GMT plus 2. Yes. Speaking of like gamer of the hour, the day, and so on, do you think there has ever been a day where you were holding the record for this particular day? Like, let's say you
Yes.
ate so much like hot dogs, for example, that for this day you were holding like the most hot dogs eaten
I want to say
during this
yes.
24 hours. What do you think your day record is? Like world record?
Let me find the name of the game real quick. Hour of Guns. It is a fairly tiny, tiny game. It came out in 2014. Has its all encompassing total reviews is about 509, 510 views, right?
Okay.
Reviews on Steam. This is a very tiny game. I absolutely love it. It is a very simple concept game where there are various different guns you can start with. Your goal is to get through the tower. There is supposed to be a narrative. I don't really understand any of it because the narrative is different and random. It's not impactful on the gameplay. However, it is such a fun and random game. And I guarantee there have been days where I played this where I was the top of this game in terms of scoring and category, whatever, purely because of the fact that I don't feel like there are that many other people playing it, and it feels like a crime.
That feels a bit cheaty though. Like it's like getting a game that is so old that like nobody else plays anymore and getting the high score of the day because maybe there are like 5 other people that have played the game in the last year or so.
I mean, but at the same time, Malta, I don't really play a lot of games where it's possible to be like the top number one, even for
No,
like the
I'm
last
not even
hour.
I'm not even talking about like games. Like it could be anything. It could even be like the walked the most for the last 24 hours. As long as you think that within these 24 hours nobody else has like walked that far and that long.
I genuinely can't think of much or anything where like I would have where well, there was a time where I might have done more than anybody else in that one thing, where it isn't a very skewed thing to start with.
No, I feel that game that you mentioned is kind of legit.
It is quite popular. There is like, if you go by the rule, I usually go by the rule that at minimum, only 1 out of 10 people are gonna leave a review. That still means there's probably at least 5,000 people that have played the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have sequels to it. But I on Steam I have about 25 to 30 hours ish, something around there, I think. I used to have this game on a USB when I first pirated it when I was a lot younger. Because I could run it on my school computers and the teachers didn't catch me. In terms of actual gameplay hours, I probably have hundreds. It's just such a comfort game for me because you don't have to think, you don't have to do that much. Well, you do have to think a little bit, but you don't have to like mentally think hard. Like you just do, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I feel like at the moment, Vampire Survivors, for example, is kind of like that for me.
Yeah.
Because I can just turn on the game and just go into like autopilot to just try and avoid like the critters while I just collect orbs and pick up upgrade. I can like just chill and play this game, and it's very relaxing for me. For some reason, I don't know why. Even though it's considered bullet hell. Oh, is it really considered a bullet hell?
I don't know. Talking about video games, would we like to play one?
Sure, which game are we going for is the real question.
I was thinking the game that we both love that has a brand new map. I don't know if you've played it or not.
The Phasmo?
Yeah.
I did play it only once to get the new batch.
Now, I was gonna say, let's play Phasmo.
Yeah.
But how about you play Phasmo for 1 or 2 rounds first? Because I completely forgot my dinner is in the kitchen and I meant to eat it. How long have we been streaming?
Yeah, the
2.5 hours ago.
I was thinking if we are not gonna like play games, I'm gonna probably raid out because we have already been streaming for 3 hours.
Anyway.
Yes. So if you're gonna need
live?
to get dinner, I'll probably raid out.
Yeah, let's raid out.
You're good.
I'm gonna go get it though because I've been smelling it for the last 2.5 hours.
We have been yapping for 3 hours. My voice is going.
It smells so good, Belter.
Yeah, I know.
It's a roast chicken. There's gravy. You're in an advert.
Yeah, just get your dinner, bring it here, and we can yap while you're having dinner.
Do you know who you're gonna raid out to?
Having a look.
It seems like there's quite a lot of people alive today.
To be honest,
actually, quite a lot of people live today. That sounds very ominous when I said it that way around.
Live, not alive.
Wow, I'm really so many people from the team that are alive today.
To be fair,
is doing the work.
To be fair, I'm considering sending you to Bobo because she has been a bit down today in terms of mood. Yeah, and she's always been like extremely supportive and nice to us in our community. So
Bobo always has such a nice and cool vibe.
oh yeah,
Every time I go on, there's always a cool vibe. There's never a moment I go on there and it's just like I'm like, this is a bit boring or I'm a bit mad. Everything's just chill. It's always a nice vibe.
I dismissed my timer, so have no idea how long I have still remaining from the ads.
I'm still in an advert, so give that as your context. There's still a minute 30 left for me.
Okay, so let's wait for the dots to finish, and then we're gonna.
Wait, that's a bit weird. I have another minute, and I have a minute and 20 seconds left on this current ad, right?
Uh-huh.
On the ad in progress bar, it says ad break ends in 40 seconds.
Yeah, sometimes the ad break and the ads don't match for some reason.
I guess, no for Packer, me. Packer, I guess your country is not worth advertising to.
No, he's a subscriber.
Is he?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you know what?
You know what, Packer? You should subscribe, open up an alt Twitch account, and watch the advert as well to support Melter.
No, do you know what I'm gonna do? More people need to have the ad-free experience. So what we're gonna do is, give me guys 1 second.
We're gonna invade Twitch HQ and turn ads off for everybody.
Oh, how I wish. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna gift 10 people in chat some more.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the love. Thank you, Malta. It's still playing out the advert.
I think yeah, I think it oh, I'm seeing a lot of people that stopped today. Nox got a sub, Peroni-chan got a sub, Kai got a sub.
I feel very happy. I feel very happy, not gonna lie, when I see the gifted sub thing and I could recognize the names of the people.
Yeah.
It feels very nice.
Well, the thing is, they have been doing better job, but like the algorithm has been doing a better job of like sending gifted subs to people that come to chat like more often.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the mochi.
Yes, thank you for the subscription. Have some mochi. Mochi is amazing.
Thank you.
You need to catch it with your teeth.
One is stuck on my phone.
Oh, that's amazing. Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's not going down. Okay, it disappeared. You are already a sub. How am I supposed to gift you a sub? It's cool cat. Where is my kitty treat? There. Pat. Okay, now we should be out of ads, or at least enough of you people should have subscriptions, so there shouldn't be ads. No, you are a 3-month subscriber, according to your
3-month subscriber. Wow, I didn't realize you had such a green thumb, Skullcats.
Okay, guys, we are gonna rate into Bobo. Let's go and give her some love, give her some follows, tell her what an amazing bean she is. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna play some Hades 2. I'm gonna be starting the game tomorrow. So there's that. Here is your rate message. If you are a follower, copy the first one. If you're a raider, copy the second one. I was actually watching her before. Yeah, I always do that. Is I keep a couple of tabs open whenever I have stream on. And as usual, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you had fun. I hope we didn't yap too much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, have an amazing day. Cheers and bye-bye.
And that is a threat.